Hey fam, welcome back to Tara's Lifestyle and Vlog, and thank you so much for stopping by. So the UK government has launched a new campaign on international students. So you heard me right. The UK government has launched a new campaign on international students that are claiming asylum at the end of their studies. Okay, and they've said it's a campaign in response to the number of applications that they've received. So they've seen a spike, like an increase in the number of applications of international students seeking asylum at the end of their course. Okay, so that's why they decided to launch this campaign, and I'm going to talk about this campaign in this video. But before I go on, my name is Tari, and on this channel we'll talk about UK visas and immigration. We'll talk about life in the UK, how to travel successfully and safely to the UK, and how to navigate through life as an immigrant living in the UK. If this sounds like something you're interested in, then please subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss out on any of my videos going forward. To my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. So you heard me right. The UK government launched the campaign today. It was announced today, the 2nd of September 2025. They've said that students are claiming asylum at the end of their course, and even for some of them that haven't finished their course, they are coming to the UK on their student visa and then going straight ahead to claim asylum. Okay, so that's what they've said based on the data that they have, the Home Office data. That's what they've said. Okay, and we know that the UK government is trying to reduce immigration as much as possible. A few months ago, they announced that the post-study work visa, which is a visa you get after you complete your course in the UK, which used to be 2 years, has been reduced to 18 months. So this is a way to try to curb the number of people coming to the UK. We know that students can no longer bring their family to the UK as dependents, and so many other changes that have been announced. And today they've said if a student is coming to the UK, once their visa expires, they need to leave, otherwise they will be deported. Okay, so the campaign simply means that they are going to be sending text messages or email to international students. So about 100,000 emails have already been sent. Emails and text messages have already been sent to students in the UK, and the UK government plans to send another 130,000 emails and text messages to students, telling them if your visa has expired as a student, you need to leave, otherwise you will be removed. And no one wants to be removed, because if you're removed or if you overstay in the UK, you become illegal. That will definitely affect future visa application. You might not even get the opportunity to come back to the UK. So we don't want that and to happen to us. Okay, so that's why they are sounding this alarm. You need to leave once your visa has expired. There's an article, and I'm going to read it from my laptop, which is right by my side here. Okay, so it just says tens of thousands of foreign students have been contacted by the Home Office. So this article is on Sky News. Okay, so international students warned by text they will be deported if they overstay their visas. Okay, so they've been sent text messages as well as email. Okay, 10,000 have been sent already. Like I said, tens of thousands of students will get messages after a spike in the number of overseas students claiming asylum once their courses come to an end. Okay, that's what I've just said before. So their courses have come to an end. They are going straight ahead to apply for asylum. One of this messaging campaign comes as it says there has been a spike in the number of overseas students claiming asylum once their studies come to an end. The text warns that asylum applications without merit will be swiftly and robustly refused, and those without legal right to remain in the UK must leave or face removal. So what they're simply saying is that if you're claiming asylum and your application has merit, then of course they would look into it for you. But if there's no merit at all, then that application will be swiftly, as in quickly and robustly refused. In the past, they've actually allowed maybe some time to go through the application and all of that, but now they're saying quickly it will be refused and swiftly and robustly refused. It says nearly 10,000 students and dependents received the warning last week, like what I said, but the plan is to send another 130,000, which is what I've mentioned as well. The full message reads, so this is what the message actually says: if you submit an asylum claim that lacks merit, it will be swiftly and robustly refused. Any request for asylum support will be assessed against the destitution criteria. If you do not meet the criteria, you will not receive support. So they will assess it based on destitution criteria, based on certain criteria. Basically, if you don't meet the requirements, the criteria, then you'll be refused. If you have no legal right to remain in the UK, you must leave. If you don't, we will remove you. Okay, so it's like they're threatening students already. If you don't leave once your visa comes to an end, you will be removed. Most students, what they do is they'll go and apply for study work visa, which gives them the right to stay in the UK for a year and for 18 months, which is a year and 6 months. Okay, so that's what most people do, but some will go ahead and claim asylum, and that's what they're talking about. The article goes on to say, according to the Home Office, asylum claims from legal routes those who have entered the UK on a visa or other leave, so those who have entered the UK legally using a visa or any other legal route, tripled between June 2022 and 2025, okay, accounting for 37% of overall claims in the year ending June 2025. So the applications actually tripled for those that enter the country legally. So before now, it would be people that came maybe through small boats, people that came illegally. But this time around, these are people that came in with legal rights. They applied, got a visa, maybe skilled worker visa, student visa, visitors visa, and they came to the UK, and that accounted for 37%, which is 41,400 applications. That is huge. That is really huge. International students made up the highest proportion of claims at 40%. Can you imagine that? Followed by 29% from work visas and 24% from visitors. Okay, so it's a lot of people applying for asylum once they've got a visa to the UK. And I think what the Home Office said previously is that people are coming to using the student visa route as an opportunity to come to the UK. And once they've come to the UK, they don't want to leave. They try to go and claim asylum, and that's what they're trying to stop. The data shows that over the past 6 months, there has been a 10% fall in student asylum claims, but the government wants this to drop even further. So there's been a reduction, obviously, because less people are applying to come to the UK as students anyway, because of the new restrictions and things that have been put in place for students, i.e. no dependent, postgraduate visa being reduced and other things. So the amount of students coming to the UK have actually reduced. So it has been 10%, it has seen a 10% fall, which is good. But like the article says, the Home Office wants it to reduce even further. So how does this actually affect you? If you're coming to the UK on a student visa, my advice is come to the UK and study, finish your course, look for a job, get your post-study work visa and all of that. But if you're going to claim asylum, then make sure that you have a genuine reason. Make sure that your application or your reason for claiming asylum has merit. Otherwise, the application will be refused. Okay, so that's just basically what the UK government is saying. It says that the requirement for universities to continue to keep their sponsor license, because when you come as a student, the school definitely is basically sponsoring you to the UK. So the criteria for universities or colleges, whatever, to continue to hold their sponsorship would also be tightened. Okay, so we don't know what the tightness will be, we don't know what the restriction will be, but there's a plan to actually restrict them even further. So they will have to meet certain criteria for them to be able to get their sponsorship license. So this is just what was on the news today. I hope you find this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.